The FA Cup of Darts boiling up very, very nicely indeed. Places in the last 16 up for grabs here at the Reebok Stadium, and we have witnessed a little bit of darting history. Another 9-darter from Phil the Power Taylor, just part of a demolition job against Jamie Harvey.
Like an ancient tartan-painted Ford Cortina, averaging a measurable 78 against a super-duper turbocharged power from the bottoms. 9-darter yet again. Done 3 before. 3 times he's done it at the UK Open. 16 for double 12 and his 4th 9-darter. Once double 12. And he did it! He did it! Incredible! He did one in 03. He did one in 05. He did one in 07. And blow me down, Stuart. He's done it again! Up there we're playing Bradman to sew it up. Double 16 in the middle, in average 102, but that 9-darter was Van Dabby Tungsten Dosey. Surely part here will wrap it up.
He's had a dart at this double age now for a place in the next round, a guarantee of £3,000. John Part wins the battle of 2 great giants of the game.
Very tough game because Terry scored very well early on, and I felt a little weak on. I didn't feel weak going at my doubles. I didn't feel like I felt confident to hit them, but I just felt weak in general. I don't know if it's a heat or what, or playing last night and first today, or whatever it was. I was a little nervous on my doubles, and it almost cost me a few times, but I got away with it.
So what was the key?
Well, the key was no matter how bad I felt inside, that I just kept working hard to try and match his scores. And in the end, I think he did outscore me, but I think at the last 2-3 legs, I outscored him, and that carried me over to the winning line.
James Wade also in action on board number 2. We can join that one in the final leg. Rod Harrington and Stuart Pike.
Well, it's been a real struggle this for Wade. He's been far from his best. He was 6-3 up, and Brown got it back to 6-5. The young man from Bristol has given the world number 3 a real run for his money.
Yeah, he certainly has. I mean, James Wade, you know how good he is. He's just not firing on all cylinders, leg on leg, Stuart, you know, and you've got to in this match. You know, you've got the heat, the adrenaline's flowing, and this young man, future of darts coming up here, has really played well today.
Yeah, Steve Brown knocking out another of the PDC young guns, Kevin McDine, to reach the 4th round. But, 2 of the best young players in the world today, but it looks like James Wade is arrowing in on a place in the last 16 here in Bolton.
Previous 3 darts from Wade, a great 140, he's set it up, knows he hasn't got to go out on the 1-2-1, although he's tried it. It's double 18 when he comes back for the match. Brown needs at least 6 darts from 2-4-1.
Well, Wade must look at this as being a tough test, but it's a test he has passed. And James Wade, the world match play champion, a world Grand Prix champion, given a real run for his money that beats Steve Brown, Bomber Brown from Bristol, by 9 legs to 5.
James, you won, but he made it difficult for you.
Steve Brown, there's probably quite a few people at home watching the telly that don't realise who Steve Brown is. He's a quality player, a world-class player. He hasn't made the breaks for himself at the moment, but it's only a matter of time before he does make the breaks for himself and shows how good he really is.
And you look relaxed yet determined. Would that be fair?
No disrespect to Steve, probably a little bit too much relaxed. Not saying I knew I was going to win, but I don't know, I went into the game unlike I normally would. Didn't have the right head on, but I prevailed and got through the game, and I just feel sorry for Steve there because he didn't play how he can. You know, the public don't realise how well Steve can play.
Well done, James, and good luck tonight.
Cheers, thank you.
See you later.
A big shock on board number 4, Brendan Dolan, the Northern Ireland international, has put out Adrian Lewis. Jackpot, 9-8.
Brendan, you've just beaten Adrian Lewis, and that is the kind of match that the fans want to see.
Well, it was a brilliant game of darts. It was nip and tuck most of the way. Adrian broke me early on, and I knew at some stage I had to break him. And second last leg was the ideal time to break him. And to start with a 180 in the last leg, it kind of put the pressure on him, and I was just glad to get through it. It's brilliant.
You've only just finished. It doesn't look like it's actually sunk in that you've just knocked out Adrian Lewis.
Not really, to be honest. I don't know what happened there. I've played one of the best games of my life there to beat Adrian, and I'm just pleased at the minute.
Well done, Brendan.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's concentrate on the action. Board number 1, Jason Barry, the Irishman, played in Dublin and at the World Championship against the man who's looking for a hat-trick of UK Open titles, Raymond van Barneveld. Your commentators, Rod Harrington and Sid Waddell.
And obviously looking for a 9-darter like he did in the Premier Dart League at Bournemouth to match Taylor as the excitement cranks up here. With me, the best set of eyes and brains in darts to analyse Barney's form, which for me was better than Taylor's in his opening his opening sortie rather, Rod Harrington. What did you make of Barney's first outing? 9-zip.
Yeah, he played really well, Sid. He only used 12 darts to get 9 doubles and the 9-0, and his highest shot out was only 120, so he showed he was really scoring well and taking it out. He's drifted, he was double 15 for the first leg. Well, he's let Barry in here, Sid, and he's got to put some pressure on. If you want to try and force Barney into missing, he's got to keep with him.
Great name. Maybe related to the legendary hero Kevin Barry, known to his mates in the pubs of Dublin. He'll be watching all the Jackins as Jacko, as the holder goes 4, double 4. Just slide it inside off the barrel. Overpulled, caught the flight, Rodders.
Yeah, it's early on. You always want to get that first leg under your belt. If Jason Barry can take this out, he'll put Barney on the back foot a little bit. But it'll be interesting to see how Barney goes on in this game. He did have a very good first round. But a lot of players, Sid, you look at the way they're doing on the practice board. Barney, I look at the way his demeanour is when he's walking about, if he's happy or not. That's how I can judge if Barney's going to play well. And he has been in good mood just of late.
Which brings us to his chat about the mood of Dave Clark as he goes for the double 2. He likes this venue because it's smaller than some of the big PDL venues. Seems to relax more. In fact, did get a hex about Blackpool. And you'd never get Taylor there, so he's running ahead. But yeah, you'd never get Taylor worried about venues, would you?
No, I think all it is because he's won here the last 2 years, he feels comfortable here. So in his head, he knows he's going to play well here. And of course, that 6 inches